Good morning. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Eric Bernaccio here, and we're coming out of the Alcoholics Anonymous Daily Reflections book with our daily reading. Today is June 13th, 2020. Topic is Living Our Amends. Years of living with an alcoholic is almost sure to make any wife or child neurotic. The entire family, to some extent, is ill. It is important for me to realize that as an alcoholic, I not only hurt myself, but I also hurt others around me. Making amends to my family and to families of alcoholics still suffering will always be important. Understanding the havoc I created and trying to repair the destruction will be a lifelong endeavor. The example of sobriety may give others hope, faith, and help themselves. Living our amends is not just using the word sorry, but also putting forth the action. And the action can't be just trying to show how sorry you are through an action, but also changing who you are as a person, and that stuff will automatically happen. If you truly change and you're truly living out your best life and you're truly not in denial of what you have done and how you have hurt others, and taking responsibility and actually doing the next right thing and practicing biblical principles in your life, then you will see how living our amends can really change the circumstance from where it was to something new and something that is more beautiful and abundantly fruitful. A lot of times we don't realize how extensive the havoc was that we created for our loved ones, and the pain that they endured mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Those are the three things that are usually affected the most when you're hurting somebody, when you're breaking trust, when you break that connection of love because of your actions, or when you no longer are available to spend time physically or mentally, when you're not meeting your financial responsibilities and putting them into a stressful situation in which they may have to seek alternate living situations or transportation or whatever the case may be. But we don't understand the drum roll effect or the ripple effect in the pond when we throw a rock, and how it affects everybody that's within our surroundings because of decisions that we make. And the best way to try to correct something like this is to completely change yourself. Focus on yourself. This is why they recommend that you don't get into relationships in early recovery or in early walk with the Lord. Not because you're not supposed to be in a relationship, period. It's because you're supposed to focus on who you are and find your identity, and to be able to work on yourself to remove turmoil and trauma, to have solutions to the turmoil and trauma which you have faced. And once we're able to work on the root of the problems and not using substances to be able to mask our problems as a band-aid and just creating more problems, then we're truly going to find an identity in which we stand for, and that we can be recognized as a person that of perseverance and character, somebody who is admired instead of somebody who is despised. Making amends to family and families of alcoholics still suffering will always be important. I think this is very crucial, to be able to show how much you appreciate them for what they have done for you, how much you tell them how much you love them, and to do this by action as well. Continue to work on yourself daily. Don't allow your routine to fall to the back seat for anything or anyone, and make sure God is always at the top of the pyramid, and everything else will continue to fall into place. But we cannot sacrifice our own sanity, our own spirituality, and our own life for somebody else's, for someone else or something else. We got to make sure that we are able to put forth what is important, and don't let things of importance fall to the back seat. The example of sobriety may give hope to others and give faith to help themselves. So when you're walking with the Lord and you have completely made a change, a transformation, to be able to be plucked from the miry clay and transformed into something that nobody even recognized anymore, but they like it because they've seen how you were before. This right here is giving hope to others that may be struggling with the same situation, and you can share with others where you were and where you're at today, and also doing this by action. And there's always somebody watching, no matter where you are, whether you're at a store, whether you're at work, whether you're at the gym, whether you're at church, your groups, your ministries, your family, no matter what, there's always somebody watching to see what you're doing. So you need to make sure that you're always being a best representation of Christ. And when you do this, you're going to give them hope, and then you're also hopefully going to increase their faith to be able to help them change themselves, because everybody could use change. We all need to constantly change for the better. We should be making the best version of ourselves on a daily basis and never settling for less. So living our amends means to live out the life of the best version of you, and everything else should fall into place. Keep God at the top of the pyramid, and that pretty much sums up this message. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you for tuning in.